Hello, what's up guys, welcome back to my channel, and for today's video we'll be looking at Skylords Reborn, and specifically we'll be looking at a Fire Season challenge 4.1 where I will beat the Dwarven Riddle on expert difficulty by playing only tier 3 fire cards and below, and this will be on solo as well. And also for this replay there will be some plays where I will not be played well, so you can see how I'm able to bounce back from those mishaps. Of course, if you have a perfect run without I think two main mistakes that a lot of players might make, you would have this run under 20 minutes. So even though it's just a fire tier 3 restriction, but you're able to solo this map fairly easily if you follow some of my tips here. And let me just run you through this entire map, and also this is my deck. Of course, some recommendations before you start playing this on solo is to have Spitfire at least charged up to 2 charges, best for 3 charges, because for 1 charge it will be very difficult for you to take down the crystals, and yeah, you definitely need more Spitfires to help you speed up this crystal destruction. So firstly, when we begin, we'll have Scavenger because it's a very cheap swift unit, so it's just 60 power. That's why I opt for Scavenger. And what I did here was to just go a little bit on the outside, being able to outrun this bandit spearman, because they'll, once your unit is attacked, they'll be moving at walking speed. But you don't have to waste some power to summon another unit. Only over here you can summon the next unit before you hit this second bandit spearman, or once you hit this second bandit spearman area, you can summon the next Scavenger, because as shown, yeah, I summoned the first one a little bit too early. There's some downsides about Scavenger, even though they cost 60 power, but their spawning animation is really long, so it will take a while before you can control your Scavenger. After you move ahead of this bandit Tortugan, I would recommend start summoning some Nomad, because that will be your main attacking force to bring down this first fortress here. And here is also a tricky part, because the issue with this is that these bandit crossbowmen are M counter, so they deal more damage to M size units. So another way you can counter this is by using strikers, but I really think that even if you summon strikers here, they will be killed because they have quite low health, and if they are dazed, they have even lesser health than Nomad. So still recommend you to summon Nomads instead of using strikers, even though they are S unit. So once you have this safe spot at this cave area, you will start summoning 3 Nomad and begin attacking the wall. So following that, you would summon a Sunstrider. So let me just fast forward. Yep, 3 Nomad attack a wall and have Sunstriders, and the purpose of these Sunstriders is to cast suppression and also help you take down some towers quickly. But on the other hand, you can also just have suppression as the spell card and not have Sunstriders. So just a couple of options for you. And yes, the shaman will be lured because nomads are melee units, and once the melee units start attacking the bandit launcher, shaman will be attracted, and make sure to bring the shaman out and kill it. So once towers down, get your 2 powers up, and at this moment you just be waiting. Also while waiting, also get your walls up at your base as well. Over here we'll be waiting until there'll be less than about 20 seconds left until the next attack is launched. Then we will take down all of the crystals, because if you take down the crystals too early, you have to face this bandit lord, which we don't really have the power to take down this bandit lord at all. So the bandit lord with the way station, definitely out of the question to kill the bandit lord. The regeneration will be too quick on its health. So now it's just a waiting game. Wait until the timer comes down, and we'll use the nomads to attack the crystals. And meanwhile, get your defenses up. 1 Sunstriders will do. And later I'll be showing you how you can use mine to protect your base too. So yep, the last few seconds, take down the crystals and delay the bandit lord from, just lure it away from attacking the power well. And once the crystals are down, you are able to use the fire altar, but make sure to only use the fire altar a few seconds after the bandit spawn, because the issue with this is, as let me just see over here. Yep, so there's shadow units that spawn, and the reason this occurs, some shadow units spawn, is because some of the bandit units have not finish spawning completely. So this shadow spawn is still within the previous waves which will attack your base. So the idea is to have wait a couple of seconds, 5 to 10 seconds before activating the fire altar to clear out all of the bandit units. And over here, the mutating frenzy is lured towards your Sunstriders, so what you can do is cast mine and move your Sunstriders to another part of the wall, and they will follow your Sunstriders, and the mine will help you take down the mutating frenzy. So after destroying the crystals, fire altar, make sure to get up your power and get your second orb. So basically this is one of the main bigger mistake that you could make, and you have to spend quite a bit of power to defend your base from all these shadow units, which would never occur if you have activated the fire altar at a much more correct timing. But nevertheless, you got very good tier 2 defense, Pyromaniac, the red affinity one, which will be able to clear a lot of these shadow units away. But the main thing is that this tower has to be built up first. As you can see, being attacked while the tower is on construction makes it deal like 100% more damage or 200% more damage, which is quite treacherous. So if you are able to not have these shadow units attacking, the next step would be to get tier 3 straight away, and you will have no problem because you didn't spend a lot of power defending your this shadow unit. So immediately around this time, you will probably have tier 3 up, and just have to wait for more power for you to summon Spitfires to get rid of the crystals. So this area really will set you back about 3 to 5 minutes if things get bad. And now let us go towards to get our tier 3 power wells and 1 monument. And the reason why I would recommend you to have at least 2 charges of Spitfire is because it requires at least 5 attacks in order to destroy the crystals. So the more Spitfires you have, the quicker you destroy the crystals, and the less time they have to hover around to be attacked by the towers, which in turn means that you don't really have to heal a lot of your Spitfire. And for fire factions in general, you don't really have a lot of healing power. Only Unity and Ravage, so they don't really heal for a lot. So just make sure to spend the least time as possible attacking towers, and 5 attacks for each crystal would do the trick. Of course, the higher the upgrade, the more attack you deal. So 5 attacks to crystals is on upgrade 3, the max upgrade. I'm sure if you have lesser upgrade, it might probably be more than 5 attacks. Fire altar, I waited for about 5 to 10 seconds, and as you can see, there's only the Magma Hurlers that will be attacking my base. And if it was to be done correctly previously, no shadow units would be attacking my base except for those 2 mutating frenzy. So now we got about 5 minutes to clear the crystals, and I will definitely not be able to make it because I'll be making some mistakes further on into the game. And the crystals that it is randomized for me to destroy is not really in favor of where I want to go. Typically, the best scenario is where the next crystals to destroy is very close to each other, and I do not have to go to many of these grounds where there's these like crystal guardians that can attack my Spitfire, that can attack air units basically. So for this run, there's this unlucky factor of having to run around the maps, which makes it more difficult. And as I mentioned, when all things are aligned, you're able to finish this map within 20 minutes easy, or even as quick as 15 to 18 minutes. So now I got 3 Spitfire, and you really want to have your Spitfire up to max health, so it will really release some pressure from you to heal your Spitfires, or even making sure that your Spitfires don't get destroyed. Yep, so next crystal. And for this run, because I will be failing to destroy the next set of crystals, which means that I have to take on the full force of the fire units that will be attacking my base, you'll also be able to see how I defend my base against the fire unit. So that is a win scenario if in case you haven't done this run as perfectly as you wanted it to be. So yeah, as you can see, I have to go up and down, run around the map, and at the same time, because I have to run around the map, my Spitfires are taking more damage, which isn't ideal. I don't really want to spend a lot of power to heal up my Spitfires, and I want this game to end as quickly as possible. So this is the worst case scenario, the Dark Crystal. I have to travel all the way down, and the issue with the Dark Crystal is that there's a lot of units that can attack air units along the way over here. So best case scenario is after the magenta crystal, I'll be able to destroy the blue crystal followed by the dark crystal, but this unlucky kind of like crystal order made me have to wait to defend my base against the incoming fire units. And the reason why I have my Spitfires here at my third monument is because sometimes when the fire units spawn like around here, they will move down and walk around this area and they'll be attracted to my wells. So my Spitfires is to basically kill off the fire units that would end off taking down my third monument area. Yeah, so let me just fast forward, and as you can see, automatically the Vulcans, the Magma Hurlers are attacking my monument and my power wells. So my defense would be just Pyromaniac, easy. At least 5 Pyromaniacs will be able to take down all of the enemy units. So once you have finished defending your base, you can send your Spitfires to take down the crystals. As you can see, it is tough. You are luring a lot of these units and they deal a ton of damage. So this is really bad. My Spitfires are going to die soon, but luckily over here, these Crystal Guardians cannot attack air units. So just give me some sort of a breather while I can heal up my Spitfire. And some mistake that you can make is by being too panicky and you just want to finish off destroying all the crystals quickly before your Spitfires are at full health, and this increases the chances of your Spitfires all getting killed because of Unity. Once they're all at low health, they will all be destroyed at the same time. As you can see, they are really very low on health, and if I were to just give it some patience and not rush through the map, I would have been able to save all my Spitfires and would be able to finish this map at least 3 to 4 minutes quicker. As you can see, not a very good way to sort of like end this game with just 1 crystal left. So totally recommend you to just take it slow if you are not able to handle the pressure. It's better than waiting for like a couple of minutes to summon a few Spitfires for you to take down the crystals again, which means that I have to kind of like suffer another attack if I'm unable to take down the next crystal. But I really don't want to take the next attack because I will only recommend you to take 1 fire attack the most, because the second wave of fire units will be a lot stronger. So sending 1 Spitfire just to take down the blue crystals before the timer ticks off. So let's go. And just sacrificing my Spitfire, I don't really need it to live, but good thing is my Spitfire lived, so that is a good sign. And for our final defense, we have quite a few Pyromaniacs, and even this amount is not enough. Recommend you to have at least 8 Pyromaniacs. And Tower of Flames not as useful. It has some ability to have area attacks, but I'll recommend you having 2 more Pyromaniacs instead of Tower of Flames. They will do a lot more damage, and at the same time have cast Wildfire to deal damage to the Crystal Guardians. And also some Spitfire again to defend your base. That is essential. Yeah, the good thing about this is that the Crystal Guardians are very focused on destroying the wall, so it gives me some time to build up some power, build up some charges for my Spitfire to be summoned, and I also can summon more towers to defend against my base. And the next part here is I would recommend you to have 4 Spitfires to move and attack the top base if you have triggered at least 1 wave of fire units, because the reason is there are a lot of Magma Hurlers here and you need more Spitfires in order to tank more damage if you cast Unity on your Spitfire. So recommend 4 Spitfires. If you have not triggered at least 1 fire wave, then 3 Spitfires will be good enough, and the main issue will just be the Crystal Guardians here that can attack air units. So once most of the Crystal Guardians are down, I'm ready to summon more Spitfires and take down the remaining Guardians at the opposite base in order to win this game. Spitfire to kill this red Crystal Guardian. These are usually blocked, and the Crystal Guardians here. Yeah, over here I have 4 Spitfires, and let me just show you why it's very important for you to have 4 Spitfires. You can see damage dealt is quite insane for many of these Magma Hurlers. So if I were to have just 3 Spitfires, it would be cutting it really close. So 4 Spitfires is good. And once all the Crystal Guardians here are killed, move to the Crystal Guardians here. You don't have to kill off all of the fire and shadow units there. Let's move to the bottom. Alright, and when all of these Crystal Guardians are killed on both sides of the map, the position 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, you would then win this game. And this is how I complete the Fire Season Challenge 4.1 by playing Pure Fire and up to just tier 3 Dwarven Riddle on expert difficulty solo. So this is it for my video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys again real soon.